He's not wrong at all. Oh, children, you look so sweet and blessed. The way they set this up, I feel like I'm about ready to address a congregation. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right. So, y'all ever heard of this horse shit Reiki? You know what this shit is? Do you know what this shit is? I was having a bad time. I hadn't heard of this shit, and this hippy-dippy friend of mine was like, we're going to take you to get some Reiki. You'll feel so refreshed. And I was like, what is it? And they were like, it's a massage. And I was like, nope, you pay it, I'm down. I get there. I'm used to regular massages. I go to take my clothes off. They're like, no. And I was like, all right. This is something we do through the clothes. And then this bitch just like hummed and mumbled with her hands 1 inch from my body, occasionally grabbing a crystal and like, didn't even touch a bitch. No potential happy ending, which is what the only reason why I go to a massage is for somebody else to pull out the 2-finger tango. Did this for half an hour, we were done, and they were like, don't you feel so much more refreshed? I was like, I don't feel shit! How much did you pay for that? And they were like, $200, and I was like, you mean I can make hooker pay without choking on a cock? I need to study me some goddamn Reiki, for God's sakes. Jesus Christ. Come on, son, let's practice. No, face down. No, face down. All right, anyways. So I was talking to a friend the other night, and back in the day, y'all are familiar with Freak Alley? I go through there, and it's like seeing my old neighborhood gentrified, because I was a homeless junkie when it originally earned the name Freak Alley. And that's where I lived. And a friend of mine was like, if you're ever short of material, you could tell lies about when you were a junkie. People would believe that shit. It's like, God damn it, I don't need to lie. We did some weird, wild horse shit, man. A lot of shit that I'm ashamed of. A lot of shit I could probably still get arrested for. I gotta look up the statute of limitations. But there's one thing that we did that I am not ashamed of at all. We had a con, what they call a grift, that we ran. When I was 19 years old and a junkie, I weighed 98 pounds. I passed for 15. And these men would shuffle down Freak Alley, and we'd go, Mister, I would do just about anything for $25. He'd pull out his wallet and start getting his money, and I'd snatch it and take it away. Perfect crime. Perfect crime. Because what is he going to do? Call the cops and say, okay, the 15-year-old that I was going to pay $25 to jack me off stole my wallet. I was fine with it until I got clean and got a corporate job and started recognizing some motherfuckers. That is an uncomfortable day at work. Let me tell you what. You seem way too fucking familiar. So yeah, in spite of the way I look, I'm pretty comfortable with gangsters. It's shocking that I didn't get raped more. I run faster than you'd think. That's what saved me a lot. Speaking of the R word, what do y'all think of Bill Cosby? They let the motherfucker go. Bill Cosby is an awkward conversation for me because my mother, sweet 76-year-old mother, is kind of a Bill Cosby denier. She's like, his material still holds up. He's still funny. And Tanya, you could learn something from Bill. Less foul language, better topics. I know my mother. I know my mama is rarely wrong. So I went to my local drug dealer, picked up some Rohypnol, because you never know when a bitch is going to need to drug a motherfucker and come up with 15 minutes of clean material. No, I wouldn't roofie a dude. Come on, I am 52 years old. If you're unfortunate enough to end up in bed with me, you need to pull your own goddamn weight. Let's be honest. I got a bad knee, a bad hip. If you're just like, it's like, well, fine, sleep it off. I ain't going to do all the work, you stupid over. I'm just too tired to do that kind of shit. I'm too tired. And people are like, yeah, because I'm intentionally abstinent, which is a weird thing in comedy. You're going to see a bunch of fellows that are trying to, catch some pussy. That's honestly the only reason why they do this. And I'm not anti-lesbian, let's make that clear. It's not my thing. And at this point, I'm not that down with dick anymore, to tell you the truth. People are like, why don't you try dating more? Have you met 50-plus-year-old men that are single? It's good goddamn reason. Dating in your 50s is exactly like buying a puzzle at a thrift store, motherfuckers. I guarantee you there's some pieces missing. And when you put the puzzle together, the picture you end up with doesn't match what's on the box. I bought a basket full of kittens, and I got an emotional tornado tearing apart my personal trailer park. And then on top of it all, they were raised on those 80s rom-coms. You know those 80s rom-coms when a girl says no, it means the dude should try harder, very cute in the 80s. But in 2023, very rape adjacent! One of these fuckers was not giving up, and he was like, you pick the game. You're a nerd. If you win, I'll leave you alone. But if I win, we fuck. I didn't have to think more than a second before I said, Russian roulette! Because either way, I win. If you take the bullet, you're dead, and I don't have to listen to this happy horse shit anymore. And if I take the bullets, you're stuck pumping away at my slowly cooling corpse. My name is Tanya Cope, and my friends have shortened that to Taco. You have a good night, friend.